Hello and welcome to my ranking of every GTA 5 character based on physical appearance. So funnily enough, I am neither gay nor bi or anything along those lines. So when judging the guys, it will basically be me trying to assess how much other people would find them attractive and or how much I'd be okay looking like them at their age. Like, just because I'm not sexually attracted to a person doesn't mean that I can't somewhat assess how attractive they are. You know what I'm saying? So I won't just be judging them based off the pictures that are here, but the character themselves. So I've seen these characters in many different lightings, many different styles of clothing and whatnot. And looking at Amanda, I think Amanda is pretty attractive for her age. I know if that's a controversial statement or not. I know she's done a lot of plastic surgery and stuff, but she does yoga, she's fit. I'm not saying she's the most attractive person in the world, but I think it'd be weird to not at least give her like a B. Maddo likes gilfs. Amanda doesn't have grandchildren, what are you talking about? Think an easy B there. It'd be interesting to see what Amanda would look like when she was young, outside of the character from Prologue. Brad, I don't think looks good at all. Do people like blonde hair in guys? Probably. I think he's just kind of pudgy and like his face looks kind of sunken and stuff. He looks just not good. I mean, I don't think he's like ugly necessarily, but I don't think he's like good looking. C or D, I think. I guess we'll put him in D for now. He's not like he's scaring away children when he looks at them, which is kind of what you'd need to be an F. Dom, his face is almost like hawkish, angular, with his like his sharp nose and stuff. I mean, he's still got a full head of hair. He's athletic. He's fit, like he's probably like he's not overweight. Takes care of himself until of course he jumps off a cliff and dies. I don't want to include his financial circumstances in assessing his attractiveness, because if we're taking that into account, give it an S. But I guess I'll put him in C. It'd be easy if I knew his age, because then maybe like at his age, maybe it'd be B. I'll put him in C for now. D does not look good. I don't like his facial hair. I don't like his haircut. He's kind of pudgy. Doesn't look like he takes care of himself. Like you see him on that motorbike when he's trying to chat up that chick, like he's clearly compensating using the motorbike for his lacking in physical appearance. You know what I'm saying? Does he scare away children though? I mean, he might. No, I think I'll still put him in D. It's not like he's falling apart or mutated or some shit. Like I don't know what I'm gonna put in F at the end here. Dr. Isaiah Freelander. Oddly, like his hair reminds me of Bob Ross in a way. He's not unattractive. There's not much to say about him. He's just kind of like a C. No one's gonna be unhappy to be looking like Dr. Isaiah Freelander when they're like, you know, in their 40s. Especially when you compare to some other people in their 40s on this list, I think he's doing quite well. I almost want to put him in a B, actually, because we've still got A and S up here. Like this is a decently attractive dude. Franklin. Now, young Franklin especially, I kind of want to put him in A, just because of how built he is. He takes care of himself, he's muscular. Like we're not talking about like his personality or his job and all that jazz, because obviously in such a context, maybe we'd dock him a few points being into drugs and gangbanging and all that shit. But in terms of just raw physical attractiveness, yeah, I think he could do an A. S? Nah. I mean, who would be S though in this entire group? I mean, if Franklin is an S, then who else would be S? Like if we're scaling things to the GTA 5 universe where most people aren't particularly attractive anyway, Franklin is definitely an S. Maybe compared to real life, Franklin would be an A, but certainly in the GTA 5 universe, Franklin's an S. All right. Not that I'm always going to scale it that way, but yeah, I think it's between an S and an A. Absolutely. What's this dude's name again? I think it might be Jaspers. This is not an attractive dude. What is he, like balding? His facial hair isn't that well kempt. It's got like, it's not fully gray, but it's got like bits of black in it. He's sedentary, doesn't take care of himself, doesn't look like he works at all. He's stupid, I guess that doesn't, well, he's missing a part of his head because you blow it off, which is not a very attractive thing. I'm gonna put him in F. His eyes kind of sunken and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. No. Lamar? No. I don't think Lamar's anywhere close to the top. A B? Are we talking B or C here? No, he has the neck tattoo and stuff. I'm not even sure I'm willing to put him in B. I don't think he's unattractive, but that might just be because of his youth. No, we'll put him in C. He doesn't take care of himself in the same way that Franklin does. Tattoos aren't ugly by default. Facial tattoos are not good. Some tattoos can be good, can be very interesting and stylized and stuff, but if you're putting tattoos on your face, especially words on your face, it never looks good. Michael is so far past his prime. Have you seen him in yoga? He's got that, like, I was once a star football player, but then let myself go after high school. Like, I peaked in high school sort of thing. One of the most unrealistic things about GTA 5 is how Michael is able to do all the heists and shit despite spending most of his time watching movies on a couch, you know? Like, Michael in real life would be out of breath by running, like, down the street. With that being said, I mean, he's not unattractive necessarily. Like, I mean, he's not D or F. I think he's a C. Like, looking like Michael in your 40s is kind of what you expect if nothing's gone wrong. What's gone wrong is Trevor. Now, the actor in real life who plays Trevor isn't a terrible looking dude outside of maybe the thinning of the hair or whatever. Trevor is like got that meth body with the little scars on his face and shit. Time has beaten him with a bat repeatedly, and that bat has like spikes on it. This is a face that would scare small children. I think this deserves to be an F. Trevor is S. You people are crazy. To what degree he's physically muscular? Well, actually, maybe it is actual muscle. I mean, he's running away from the cops a lot. He's probably out in the bush and stuff, but he's not healthy. He's snorting fucking gasoline, smoking cigarettes, taking meth. You know, he eats people. He is not handsome. You're crazy. And his hairstyle, not the best. Comparing Trevor to Brad, like, clearly Brad is more attractive than Trevor. But I mean, certainly Trevor is more attractive than Jasper's. So we'll put him here. Put him here. Think D. D is fine. Barry is like so garden variety. There's nothing remarkable about this dude. He's hit middle age and just looks like an average guy. You'd have like a crowd of people and he wouldn't stand out at all. He'd be like the last person you look at because he has like no distinguishing features. Well, C. Like, he's not beat up or scarred by the passage of time. He's just gracefully moving into middle age. Still got a full head of hair. I'd like to be that kind of age, like look that way at 40, you know? Chef does not look good. This is not a guy gracefully moving into middle age. His facial hair is pretty shit, even looking by this picture. He's got neck tattoos. I don't like neck tattoos. I'm sorry. I just don't. Regardless though, what is this facial hair style where like everything is shaved to like a small layer, but the mustache is like still thick and goes all the way out to the side of the mouth? Like, what is that? Maybe he's not ugly necessarily. I'm gonna put him in D. That's fine. Cletus. Now, how do you assess Cletus? It's hard not to judge superficially based on like style of dress and stuff as well, but I think that comes into it.
Well, that's a bold statement for a guy that can't afford sleeves. You know?
How you appear to others, your style of dress, is a part of your appearance, right? That accent, though. I mean, if we're judging based on, like, personality, such a loving, kind guy, that Cletus, always welcoming you, being like, hey, bud. He's always asking how you doing. He cares. I think it's C. Especially considering where he lives, like, with all the meth and shit, and he's not doing badly. Auntie Denise, with all that ass, I don't think she's an attractive person. I'm sorry, Chad. No amount of that ass can carry what looks like the savagery of time. Time is a bird, and that bird has pecked Auntie Denise's face. It's like I don't like the hairstyle either. It's pulled back way too tight. No, I'm putting this in F. Or maybe D. It's not C, Chad. She's not worse than Trevor? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When you're using Trevor as a standard, Auntie Denise is, okay. I mean, I think Brad is doing better as well. I mean, maybe not Chef. I mean, yeah, we'll just put it in D. Like, F feels like you've got to reserve it for, like, ungodly bad appearance, you know? Georgina, I do not like her style of dress. I just don't like it. I don't know what she's going for with it. I don't understand the style. I don't like her hairstyle either, but I wouldn't call her unattractive. Stylistically, I'm not a fan. I mean, I wouldn't be unhappy to date her, but I mean, my standards are pretty low for reality, chat. I'm trying to be a little bit more objective. I mean, I think it's still B. She moves into the domain of attractive, I think, but she's not like ridiculously so, especially because of her style of dress and that hairstyle. Like, What is with the 2 flicks of hair? How does she keep them so permanently separated from the rest of her hair? I don't understand. Like, why would you do that? Now I'm putting her in B. And she's probably more attractive than Amanda. But is that an age thing? Like, she's got the youth thing compared to Amanda? I mean, Amanda used to be a stripper. Young Amanda, probably A or S. I say that Amanda has held up well with her age, but again, probably a bit of plastic surgery there. Strippers can be ugly, not successful ones. This is just the dude from the prologue heist, right? He's the guy who gets knocked to the ground. He's the same as Jasper's, not good looking, and just based on this image, his head looks really small for his body. he's in F. Yeah, we'll give Jasper's the head up. He's got better proportions. Hal. I mean, Hal is good looking, I think. Muscular dude. Tattoos look at least presentably good. I think he's a decent looking dude. Is he an A though? Nah, we'll go with B, I think. We'll go with B. Like, it's hard to judge. Like, what would an A look like? Jesse, okay. Jesse might be an A. His style of dress is not what I might call particularly attractive, but if you're into that kind of hippie thing, maybe. I like his beard, I like his hairstyle. He looks like he's, takes care of himself in terms of nutrition and stuff. He's like a man of the earth and shit. I don't think he's an S. He has a style that works for him. I think we're putting A. You clearly have to be into that kind of hippie vibe, but if you are, I think this is an A right here. Now, Jizzle has an F on his shirt, and I think there's a reason for that. Rockstar was signifying, should we ever do a tier list based on physical attraction? Jimmy clearly should be an F. Is he more attractive than the other two? Maybe because of his age? Yeah, he has that entitled tattoo. Awful. Now Molly, surely Molly's an S. If anyone in the GT5 universe is an S, surely Molly is. Or maybe A. No, I think it's S. I think it's S. S tier. Again, you don't want to bring personality into it, but honestly, her personality isn't even all that bad. She's a hard worker, she's committed, she's smart. Yeah, I mean, as far as GTA 5 goes, Molly basically has it all. She's a criminal, and that's GTA 5 in a nutshell, I suppose. Okay, of course, I'm assessing Molly before she goes through the blender. I would dock her a few points. Maybe she'd be a B if we're only looking at what ends up on the pavement. Okay, ignore that. Agent 14's an S? Are you insane? I don't think he's ugly necessarily, but he's just the most regular dude. He's the vanilla. A or B? He is not A. We're BC here, like, he's just a dude. He's still got a full head of hair, even though he's somewhat advanced. He's probably at least 40. He must take care of himself to some degree. Maybe, being an agent gets him a little bit more active than the average person. Yeah, you wouldn't dislike looking like that as you move into middle age, right? He looks like me, yeah. I mean, I hope I look that way still when I'm 40. But I look like a regular dude as well, outside of my outrageous facial hair. I'm not even sure I look like a regular dude. Honestly, I've got maybe a little bit of baby face thing going on. Look, we're not looking at my appearance right now, okay? I am clearly the most attractive person in the world, and that makes me qualified to assess these characters' attractiveness, obviously. Agent Sanchez? Yeah, I mean, I think he's the same way with Agent 14. He's not unattractive, nothing special. He does kind of look like Obama in a way, yeah. See it best? I mean, he looks just like a more harsh version of Dom. Like, I don't like Dom's, like, hawkish features. Agent Sanchez is not on the level of Agent 14. Yeah, okay, maybe put him at top of C. I have no idea who this is. Who is this, chat? Fame or Shame? Oh, she's like one of the judges. I don't like all the bangles and stuff. And the hair all the way to one side. I mean, she's not unattractive, clearly. She's clearly not unattractive. I mean, she's on TV, probably a lot of makeup, a lot of good camera angles. It's hard to assess, but I mean, we're putting her in B somewhere, right? Is she more attractive than Amanda? Middle of D? Nah, she's not down there. She looks like she takes care of herself to a degree. But it's one of those things where you're on TV, so you've got to put yourself the best foot forward. I mean, I'm sure these guys, if they were on TV and got high-class makeup and good camera angles and stuff, would probably look better. She's a ginger? True, we need to dock some points. Yeah, I think she's fine in B. She's probably more attractive than Amanda. This, okay, scares children. The Mark Zuckerberg-esque motherfucker is definitely an F. He's still probably more attractive than Jimmy, though. Okay, Elon Musk looking motherfucker then. I guess it's definitely Elon Musk, because he's had hair plugs and shit, hair transplant. He just looks off-putting. His head is so big compared to his body. No. Where's she from? She's the hacker, right? She has like a stern sort of nerdy look about her. I don't think she's particularly attractive, but I mean, in part that might just be her lack of desire to accentuate any sort of particular features about her, you know what I'm saying? She's a person clearly not trying to impress other people with her appearance. I wouldn't say she's unattractive though. She has a yee-ass haircut. Yeah, the haircut isn't doing her favors. But as I say, she's clearly a person who isn't there to impress you. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in B. Devin Weston? Okay, as much as we may all hate Devin Weston, he's not a bad looking dude, right? Mid-C? Does he really move into the domain of unattractive? I mean, he clearly takes care of himself. He's a muscular dude. He's pretty built. He must do a lot of cardio and shit. How old's Devin? Like, what is he in his 40? He looks good for 40. He's 51? For 51, I mean, he's doing well. I hope I look that good at 50. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll put him over Freelander. This is fine. You gotta take the age into account. Like, clearly someone who is like 22 is probably not gonna look better than a person who's 51. Dr. Dre, A? Oh, yeah. He's a good-looking dude. He's also somewhat of advanced years. S? Oh, come on. He does have style, yeah. I mean, because he's into fashion and shit, right? I think even A's pushing it a little bit, but he's clearly not an unattractive dude. Musician, man, hot. I mean, if we're taking hobbies into account, which I guess we can sometimes, talents and passion for stuff like that is always attractive, right? Yes, well, just leave him in A. I think it's fine. B is getting a bit crowded. I want to start thinking like that. I don't want to start moving people out of tiers because there's already a lot of people in those tiers. Because most people should end up being fairly around average, which is, you know, the BC area. Oh, the dude slinging drywall? Oh, Maurice is his name? Certain people can pull off the bald look. I don't think he's pulling it off that well. Yeah, he doesn't look like an attractive dude. Is he less attractive than Trevor though? Why is Trevor in D? I think I'm moving Trevor into F. I'm sorry, he's the top tier of F, okay? He's got like facial scars and stuff. He barely takes care of his appearance. Yeah, we'll put him in here. Probably Chef is better. There we go, okay. Oh, Eddie Toe, so he's one of the people who helps you with the heists? He just looks like a regular dude. Generic as fuck. Common as fuck in C. Fabian, ignore personality. He's a good looking dude. There's a reason Amanda has him as boy toy material or whatever. He works out a lot. I hate his hairstyle. I do not like that man bun thing. It's not terrible, I suppose, but it's just, I've never liked the hairstyle. Surely he's in A. And he's probably a better looking guy than Jesus. I mean, he's a douchebag, but no one would call him unattractive, I don't think. You're only ranking him F, chat, because you don't like him as a person. He is not totally ugly, especially by comparison to the GT5 universe. This stern-looking motherfucker, Gustavo, should be an F. Have you seen the way he just stares into your soul? He's so intense. Solid B tier? Yeah. Like he's got like good, what's it called, jawline sort of thing. I wouldn't be unhappy to look like Gustavo, except when he does that fucking eye thing where he's just like, I don't like it. I mean, like, clearly he's better looking than Freelander. Put him ahead of Devin. It's just that weird stare. Is that a part of his face? Or is that like an intentional thing that he does? Maybe he should go into C? Just because of what he does with his eyes, we're going to put him down a little bit, I think. There we go. Okay. The chick who runs the bar, I'm sorry. I know she can get some good men from the internet, but she is not an attractive person. I'm sorry. Is she unattractive though? She's of advanced years, but I wouldn't say she's F. Like, she just kind of looks like a regular woman who exists in the outskirts, you know? Barletti is C? I don't think she's going up into C, my dude. Yeah, I'd say she's probably more attractive than Denise. The janitor, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's just because mentally I have some bias against janitors or something. Janitorial work, it's very important for society. It has to be done. Good on everyone who is willing to do it. I'm trying not to just judge him poorly because he has a job that is considered somewhat low status in society. I think ignoring that entirely, not a good looking dude. Potato head looking motherfucker. That's a good way of putting it, chat. Yeah, he's down here somewhere. His face is kind of like pudgy and hair also bad, receding. No. He's not as ugly as Trevor? No, I still think Trevor's more attractive. He looks as the story needs him to be, a person downtrodden and crushed by his circumstances. OJ Norris! It's funny because the Elon Musk ripoff, yeah, I can see that being Elon Musk, but this guy looks way better than Mark Zuckerberg in real life. I don't think he looks bad. Has blue eyes, and I kind of want to put him in B, honestly. I wouldn't mind looking like that. I mean, he's not athletic or anything by at least the look of it. You see him so little that it's kind of hard to judge, but I'm not putting him into a sort of an unattractive area here. A? I think we can move him up some slots, but I don't think he moves into A. But that might just be because, again, you don't see him as much. This tap dancing dude, I'm sorry, he's not a good looking dude. But again, probably a little bit because of his age. Maybe it's also the facial hair. He just looks so haggard by time. He causes DMCAs. It's very hard to give him a higher tier than D. He's literally F? I don't know about F. He doesn't look unwell or unhealthy or something, and he can dance and stuff, so presumably he's at least doing somewhat alright physically. He's just old, worn by the passage of time, as we will all be one day. Johnny, like, I don't think he's ugly necessarily. So not F, C or D for me. He takes care of himself to some degree, like he clearly cares about his appearance, at least somewhat. Has his own kind of style thing. I don't like the style because he's a biker, but low C, yeah. Lester is going to be a very controversial opinion right now, but he is in S. I'm sorry. He is one creepy dude. If you saw him looking at you for a prolonged period of time, you'd be creeped out and you'd want to call the police. Wait, did I say S? I meant F. Oh my God, did I actually say S? This is some subtle mind manipulation bullshit or saying, Lester, when he's doing his dance, man, is like manipulating your minds to think he's better than he actually is. Whoops. Controversial opinion, Lester's in S. You know what I meant, chat? LS Customs guy? Man, he does not look good. He has like almost a resting bitch face. He seems to perpetually look tired, with his whole face kind of just sagging down, like he's just like, I hate what I do, fuck off. Yeah, let's put him in D. Now Tanya, controversial opinion, but I think she should be S. I don't think Tanya is attractive at all, and that clearly is like the joke of the game. Like, I don't think she's F. She isn't scary looking to me. I think she's in D. She doesn't like repulse me. I mean, it's suggesting like the janitor in Jasper's repulses me, but like certainly time and her occupation has ravaged her a little bit. Agatha Baker. Now, she's very needy. Clearly, a lot of phone calls, but she's definitely S. Even like not judging just by the stand of GTA 5, she's an attractive woman. Like I like her gusto as well, like personality wise. She's committed to a job, works hard, stern, says what she wants, doesn't beat around the bush. I like that. Easy S. Like we're not talking about personality, but I'm saying like attractive woman, clearly. The director dude, this is not a good looking dude. I don't care how fucking pink your shirt, doesn't take care of himself, sits in the director's chair all day, yelling at people or whatever. F? I think F a little bit strong. If he's F, he's like the highest tier of F. Now, which put him in D. Casey, not an attractive dude as well. Is he unattractive though? Is he D territory? I think he's probably just squeezing into C here. It's a little bit hard to tell because he always wears the getup or whatever. He just seems like a regular dude. He does have a bar of gold, but again, if we're going by money, Devin Weston going into S, you know? Chop is the goodest of boys. We're not talking about bestiality, chat here. We're just judging like, how would female dogs assess Chop's physical appearance? Or are we just judging him based on cuteness? I'm fine with putting Chop in S. He's a cute looking dog. You aren't going to be unhappy having Chop as a pet. No one's come around to your house and being like, oh my God, what is that monstrous creature? It's just like, oh my God, it's Chop. This dude who leads Epsilon, Chris Fromage, he looks villainous. He's got sunken eyes, dark rings under his eyes. He's still got his hair. I mean, you know, He's of advanced years. He's got the forehead wrinkles and stuff. Like, it's mainly the sunkenness of the eyes that gets me. Like, he's clearly meant to look somewhat like a villain. I don't think he's F, but like, he's just a dude. So put him somewhere in like here somewhere. Yeah, okay. Davey, oh my God, I have to actually assess Davey. Like, Davey is not an attractive looking dude. He is a guy who once had a vibrant life about him, then working a soulless job crushed him down. He peaked, and he knows he peaked so long ago. He had a divorce, and the stress and the drinking and all that jazz has just eaten into him. He's a husk of what he once was, and that clearly shows in his face every single goddamn day. He's not repugnant to look at, but like he's scraping into D here. Probably better looking than Tanya. These guys beat him because like youth kind of thing, you know? I'm not giving him S, chat. I'm not giving him C. Davey is easiest S on the list. Guys, I know we all like Davey, but I'm sorry, he belongs in D. This is the woman who runs around with Auntie Denise, spirit walking. She's fit, absolutely. I mean, is she S material? Minimum B? I think she moves into A here, chat, honestly. In that spirit walking scene, she is really good looking, you know, especially, again, by the GT5 universe sort of thing. I'm definitely putting her in A, but certainly, you know, being judged compared to Molly, Agatha Baker, and Chop, don't think we're going to that kind of tier. Honestly, no, I think Agatha Baker is better looking than Franklin. It's hard again, because I don't swing that way, but in the tier ranking of things, I think Agatha Baker, yeah, this works for me. Gerald from GT Online, he doesn't take care of himself. Like, he doesn't look like he exercises or whatever, but he's got the sculpted sort of facial mustache and facial hair. He's got style. He knows how to work with what he has. B or C? No. I mean, I'm tempted not even to put him in C and put him in D, but I mean, comparing him to Brad, I think he's better looking than Brad. Yeah, maybe we'll just put him ahead of Brad. Because unlike these guys, like, he clearly gives a shit about the way that he looks, but not to the degree that he's willing to exercise. I'm in the same boat. I understand this guy's mentality. Okay, this dude's F. I'm sorry. This is the dude who, like, what, hunts the Sasquatch and shit? He's missing an eye. Like, he looks like he's fucking crazy. If this guy looked at me for longer than 15 seconds, I would be afraid. Certainly, we are judging a book by its cover to a degree, but that's the entire point of this tier list. I'm sure he could be a lovely person on the inside, but goddamn, does he not do himself favors. Moody man. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Really nice. His style of facial hair is not one that I particularly love, though. But I mean, the afro is banging. He's based off a dude in real life, but clearly this is a somewhat more stylized version of that. I mean, like, if we're putting Agent 14 here, isn't this dude better looking than Agent 14? Afros are cool. And like, yeah, probably better than Freelander. We'll put him up here somewhere. I think he maybe squeaks into B here. Laszlo is not an attractive dude, obviously. I don't think he's scary unattractive though, but oh my God, he has like that tiny ponytail. He can dance, he can't dance, and that's the joke. Low C? No, he's clearly in D. He's just like your regular sort of lanky dude. A part of it is a bit, because it's hard to detach him from his like weaseliness. I don't think he belongs in F. You're not scared looking at him. And a lot of these dudes, yeah, he's probably like Brad kind of area here. Maybe even a little bit better than Brad. He's wearing a nice little jacket over his shirt. Yeah, this is all right. It's hard to detach assessing Ashley from her drug use. I mean, she clearly doesn't take care of herself. She looks constantly battered. And I don't just mean like as if she's been battered. I mean like the world has clearly taken its toll on her. She's clearly been ravaged by her drug use. But I mean, is she at D? I mean, I put her like C, like low C. If Tanya's D, then Ashley is at least D. No, I think Ashley looks better than Tanya. And maybe it's just the ginger hair. They're the same? No, I think Tanya has been in the game quite a little bit longer. And has been ravaged quite a little bit longer. Tanya is Franklin's age? My lord. Never do drugs, chat. Goddamn. I'll put her at the top of D and keep her in the same tier as Tanya. This Texan-looking motherfucker, again, in part it's age. He just looks like the most stereotypical Texan business guy ever. Taking this in account of his age, his advanced years, I don't think he's ugly. He looks like a dude that in his 20s and 30s pulled a lot of tail, you know what I'm saying? Was he like 80? Exactly. I mean, he's probably like 60, and he probably looks good for 60. I might put him in C. Calling him attractive is a little bit charitable. Putting him in like the kind of ugly sort of tiers? No, I don't think so. C seems fine. Who is this guy? It's Jim Carrey. It is not Jim Carrey. Avi Schwartz. He's a random hacker guy from online. Well, it looks like he has been savaged by the pressing of time. He's like a side character of side characters. Best hacker in the game and online. Well, we're not judging him based on hacker skills. D, I guess. He does not look good here. He is horribly creepy. I still don't think he's in the territory of scaring people, but this is the guy we assassinate in By the Book. I've never really seen him up close all that much. It looks like I mean, if you're doing that much cocaine, and he does a lot, you're probably not taking care of yourself all that much, I suppose. His beard is full and well-kempt. Kind of got a similar kind of style here. I don't think he's a ugly dude. B? I kind of want to put him in C as well, but that might just be, again, because I don't see him all that much. But, well, I mean, he clearly has style. Maybe I want to give him more points because we both have similar facial hair. He has drip. Yeah, maybe. Like, okay, Agent 14, Freelander. Yeah, we go like here. Yeah, this is fine. He looks like a guy, as in like, he would stand out in a crowd and you would notice him, unlike a lot of these generic looking assholes. Benny the Fancy Mechanic. I don't think this is a good looking dude. His facial hairstyle, not to my liking. His bodily proportions, not a fan. Is he ugly though? Maybe we'll put him like really low C tier. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit harsh. Yeah, you could slap a bit. I mean, he's definitely not B, but it's C. Yeah, right. This is the Russian dude. Now, I like a Russian accent. It always sounds cool, but this is not a good looking guy. He is the guy in like the unit in the military who like is known for breaking walls with his face. He looks like a sledgehammer and he acts like one too. Is he F though? The bald look doesn't look bad on him. Like it fits his style. I think he's D, but like where in D? Put him near Davey. Hugh Harrison. Oh, he's meant to be a Simon Cowell ripoff for Fame or Shame. He does not look attractive. He just looks like a very generic dude who sits behind a desk. Put him in, I guess I'll put him in D. I don't think he looks ugliness. I mean like low C. Simon Cowell immediately F. I think it's a little bit harsh. He's just a very plain looking dude. Lester in GT Online. Now here, Lester is not caring about his appearance at all. Now he cares. Put him in D. In GT Online, this is him trying to impress, putting on his best. He can have a D. Say yes for real. No. S++. No. I can't believe he's in here as well. The local yokel doesn't even have a name. How it says is like, you see nothing of him. He's dressed very well for the environment that he's in. You can't see enough. I'll just put him in C, I'd say. Martin Madrazo, like, again, age has clearly taken its toll, but I don't think Martin is particularly ugly. To me, he kind of looks like Dom, in a way. A little bit, but with more age. Like, he has sharp features. He has a villain face, yeah. He looks like a dude who was very attractive, but he's more attractive when he was younger. I think C is a good place for him, and probably like a reasonably high C. Like, if we're judging Michael and Martin, I think Martin's winning out there, you know? Maud, okay, I don't want to be too harsh. Like, it feels weird to judge people on their physical appearance in a very harsh way, but this is some Jabba the Hutt looking stuff. Like, don't get too close or she may take an arm. Don't be fat phobic. This isn't fat phobic. This is, she does not take care of herself at all. She has a broom to like turn on the lights because she doesn't want to get out of the chair to flip the light switch. No style, no taking care of herself. This woman is battling physical exertion or care. No, yeah, scary. Trevor's mum, okay, also again, no. Ravaged by time, but I'd be surprised if she was ever particularly good looking. S, get out of here. Is she scary though? In terms of physical appearance? No, I don't think so. She's D, yeah, I think she's D somewhere. Like it has to be ahead of Tanya. Honestly, she looks like someone that Dave could remarry. Phoenicia Rackman. She's definitely not D. Yeah, she's not unattractive at all. She's probably on the same level as Agent 14. C, if she's in C, she's a high C. This picture here doesn't do her favors, chat. Yeah, we'll do really high C. Nigel is not a good-looking dude. I'm not sure he would ever have been a good-looking dude in his life. Another one ravaged by time. I don't think he's scary looking though. He looks like that British dude who, you know, is enthusiastic about stuff that you'd meet and you'd be like, oh yes, very good, young man, very good. Yeah, put him in D, but where in D? This is fine. He's probably more better looking than Lester. Oscar Guzman. Oh, the dude who works with Trevor. Oh yeah, this is one attractive looking dude. That jawline and the stubble sort of thing, good hair, young. I wish I looked this good. Is he going in S? I mean, if Franklin's getting S, I think this guy's getting S too. He's got style. Look at this shirt. The shirt even looks good. Yeah, we'll put him in S, I think. By the GTA universe, S, I think. Yeah, he's put over the line because he got tripped. Yeah. The shirt does not look good. It totally does look good. I mean, most people have to have plain shirts or they look weird. This guy has like a shirt with like what? They look like roses kind of things on them and it looks good. Patricia, in online, Patricia looked better than she did in single player because she was clearly redesigned to some degree. Not an easy S, chat. We got to be objective here. To some degree. Judging her in online, like she gets some more points. But again, we need to at least take into account age. For her age, she's looking good. If we're giving additional points for age, I think she could go like low B or high C. She's rocking it for 57. Yeah, we'll go high C, high C. Ricky is the most generic looking, lanky, nerdy dude. Another person who, when they need to like turn on the lights, is like moving over in their chair rather than getting out of the chair. Creepy? I don't know. Low C? Nah. Well, no, actually maybe low C. You're right. Because the people we're looking at in here look like villainous or somewhat repulsive or whatever. Ricky is just a dude who's like, oh, I look as Ricky. Yeah. Generic as fuck. Ron is definitely in D. Doesn't take care of himself. Looks haggard as fuck all the goddamn time. Probably stress. He's always worried about like people watching him, the government's onto him and shit, and that has just caused him to be very frazzled all the time. The divorce as well. Yeah, he's in D, but we're talking like around here sort of thing. I mean, Chef is probably better looking. It's something like this. I don't think he's down here with these dudes, but yeah. Simeon, I'm sorry, chat. Simeon is not a good looking dude. We pretend sometimes, yes, he's very legitimate as a businessman. He's got the business skills. We're not assessing business skills. If he were, this man would be an S, easy. S for Simeon up here. But unfortunately, just based off physical attractiveness, nah. Maybe when he was younger, perhaps, but no. We'll put him in like high D. Because he's meant to have that look of sleazy businessman, right? And that's not a good look. He has the same sort of sleaziness look that Brad does, but he's older. Tao Cheng, I don't think he's unattractive, but I don't think he gets into A. But maybe I'm just like judging him based on his personality a little bit. But C, I think is too low. A is too high. I'm looking at a B. And probably a bit of that is just because he's young and like has all that energy and shit. And certainly in online, he's starting to take care of himself with Brucey and shit. So he's working out and what have you. Party animal? Yeah, I think, yeah, put him in. This is fine. These two guys, Joe and Joseph, these are not good looking dudes. This is Joseph, right? I mean, Joseph is more attractive than Joe. I mean, Joseph is going into C, I think, and Joe is like the top of D. Maybe he could go into C as well. Not attractive, just a regular kind of looking dude for his age. Nothing special, either of them, I don't think. This chick from the Epsilon, Marnie, I don't know about ugly as hell, but it's somewhat hard to like extract the crazy from her and just assess her based on her physical appearance. Taking her as a whole package, like F. She crazy, she's scary, get away from me. But I don't think she's unattractive. She has that sort of like, I don't know, weird to say, it's like Southern Texas look about her. like goes to church religiously, always is there on the weekends doing bake sales and shit. I don't know, like that kind of look. B though? Yeah, I might put it like the lowest point B. Moving into that area of like appealing, not unattractive sort of thing, you know? Pavel? How can you separate Pavel from who Pavel is as a person? His loyalty, his jokes, his accents, he's so supportive. S tier, we're judging physical appearance, chat. Even based off physical appearance, I think he's really good. His style isn't there, but he's definitely in B somewhere, at least. Remove his hat? Yeah, we don't really get to judge his hair. He's kind of fat, I'm not saying he's fat. He might carry a few pounds extra, but I don't think he's not unattractive, Pavel, I don't think. In B somewhere, I mean, I'd move him up, kind of like the Tao Cheng kind of area for me. He's a little bit more built, you know? I'm not sure to what degree that's fat versus muscle. He is a handyman build. Yeah, I think B makes sense. Steve, we may hate Steve, but Steve is a good looking dude. I mean, there's a reason why he's on TV. He's got that muscular physique. I mean, he's pulling off a polo shirt? He clearly takes care of himself. That hairstyle is perfect all the goddamn time. I think he's good like A here. I think he does better than Jesse and Dr. Dre here. I think this is good. Steve looks like a lead actor in a CSI crime show. Yeah, I think he's a bit better than Fabian as well. Not as built muscularly perhaps, but like I prefer his more simplistic style than this over-the-top guru goddamn hairpin shit. Again, this is going to just depend on like what kind of style you're into. Stretch is not a good looking dude. He is D tier, similar to this dude. Like, he's still probably better looking than Laszlo. He is like, I know, like a black version of Brad, sort of thing. I mean, you could shuffle these up a little bit. Yeah, something like that. He just does not look like a happy dude. Cheetah has to be an S, I think. I think she's getting some additional points because of her revealing attire, but it's certainly in terms of the GT5 universe, she's definitely an S. Again, don't just be like, oh my god, she's not got a shirt on, therefore she must be the most attractive thing. She's not more attractive than Agatha. No way. Yeah, we'll call her like the lowest of the S right now. She's a B? Nah. Yeah, maybe I'm giving her too much credit because she's not wearing a shirt. Maybe she doesn't belong in S. She's not unattractive, chat. Just based off this picture, maybe she doesn't look that great. But in the game, we'll put her at the top of A. Certainly, youth has kind of given her a bit of an advantage over most people here, though. Tanisha. I've never considered Tanisha to be unattractive, chat. I know you may not like her personality and shit, but she is not going below a B. Especially when you're judging her by the other characters in the game, she's doing well. Something like here. I mean, she's probably on the same tier as her. Not amazingly attractive or something, but like clearly not ugly. Tracy? Man, like Tracy's actually pretty good looking, especially again in the GT5 universe. She's S. I don't think I want to give her an S. You're giving too much to jiggle physics, chat. She's more attractive than Cheetah, I think. Top of A? I don't really want to give her an S. Maybe that's just because, I don't know. Like, what is this? I'm giving more points to the slightly older women than the younger? I don't know. Her and Cheetah seem same model? I mean, maybe. She's S though, what the hell? Yeah, maybe I will bump her up to S. The low of S. Yeah, I think so. Wade? I'm sorry. Wade is not a good looking person. Got a good heart, or at the very least, he's so stupid that his heart will be as good or bad as anyone who's around him. I don't want to put him in F, but like, I don't like dreadlocks. Okay, people can pull off dreadlocks. There's rarely like any physical feature that, you know, you can choose that someone can't pull off, but I don't think Wade pulls off dreadlocks. It kind of just makes him look, I don't know, unrefined. It makes him look like he doesn't take care of himself or like he doesn't give as much of a shit. The piercings as well. Yeah, actually I might put him in F, like the top of F. He's even got like scars and stuff on his face. Yeah, he's a meth head. Yeah, he doesn't take care of himself, no. Brucey? Okay, like Brucey has, you know, a muscular physique or whatever, but I don't think he pulls it off well. It is possible to be too muscular. You know what I'm saying, chat? But I don't want to put him in D. Removing his personality, he's still probably ending up in C. Bald ain't it? I don't think the bald look looks bad on him, really. He's doing all the steroids and stuff, like, I kind of put him on the same level as Lamar, sort of. Yeah, something like this. English Dave, I'm going to ignore that he stole Dave's name. He does not look good. I don't like the way his hair is, like, over, like, half his forehead or whatever, just curving down there. I don't like that hairstyle. Another C? Yeah, I don't want to put him in B. Let me look at different pictures of him. Okay, the second that I look at a picture of him where he has a different hairstyle, he looks heaps better. He almost looks a bit like Steve. Yeah, that hairstyle fucks him up for me something fierce. But looking at normal pictures of him, I kind of want to put him in B. Top C. I want to put him at like the bottom of B. Again, assuming that that hairstyle isn't permanently affixed to his head and he can do something else with it. The chick from the jewelry store, she's fine. I mean, not in the fine, she's average. I mean, she fine. Got a good voice too. Now the question is it S or A? She's more attractive than Cheetah. I think she's more attractive than Tracy. I'll be real with you. I mean, if Tracy's going in S, I think she's going in S too. One time you said she was the most attractive character. I might have been joking because maybe I hadn't met Agatha yet, so. Oh, the dude from those new online missions or whatever. Yeah, the famous actor. He looks like the guy, you know the dude who is in the Sonic movies? He has kind of that sort of feeling to me. Donut Lord, yeah. I think he gets into B. But where? Yeah, that's fine. He is meant to be Tom Cruise. He does not look as good as Tom Cruise does in real life. And certainly Tom Cruise has had like so much work done over the years. Marianne is her name? A? Look, I don't know how many people have this opinion, but muscular women aren't like unattractive to me. In some women, it looks pretty good. I'm not this person who believes that women should just go to the gym and do nothing but squats or something. Like, a bit of muscle on a chick is quite good looking, often. So when I say that Marianne isn't attractive, I'm not saying that because of her muscularness or something. It's because she's like way too into it, kind of. Like she's like veiny and I think she might be taking steroids or something. It's just weird. She looks constantly frazzled, like she's her entire life got to be adrenaline and I don't know, 3% body fat. Yeah, it's too much, you know? Wait, how old is she? 39? No, I don't think she looks good for 39. She's in B because she clearly takes care of herself. She just looks so frazzled. Like she doesn't sleep and all she does is exercise. She's probably more attractive than Amanda. Yeah, she's up there, but I'm not putting her in A and S, as some people were saying in chat. Potentially, I'm having a hard time like removing her personality from her physical appearance, but no, it doesn't do it for me. Minnie Madrazzo? What's his actual name? Miguel Madrazo? He has to go in B. I don't like his hairstyle at all. That kind of like levitating patch of hair, just like on his head. His head is just so perfectly ovaled. He looks like a douche. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But like, these are clearly stylistic choices and he dresses well. Maybe put him like really low B. I'm not putting him in C. Like he's clearly not ugly or bordering on unattractive or something. Low A? Nah, he does not get up into this area, I don't think. But I mean, when comparing him to other people in B, yeah, I can see him moving up a bit. Not to the second level of B. We'll put him like here somewhere. Yeah. This is Patrick? Patrick McCreary is not a good looking dude. Maybe in GTA 4? Nah, he looks grizzled as fuck. Well, I mean, if you like that kind of look, maybe. He just looks so stern and hard. Maybe low C? Yeah. Like he could probably squeak into C. Yeah, you'll put him in C, like the bottom of C. He just looks so hard. Sasanta? I don't like a look. This may be a controversial statement, chat, but it is hard to pull off sort of non-standard hair colors to me. People can do it, but I don't like that color. I don't like the earrings she's wearing as well. Like I'm judging her just based on this one picture, chat, and I don't like it. I can't say she's unattractive necessarily, but she's not, I don't like her style. She's in C, but it's a question of where. Like she cares about her appearance. Yeah, I feel like putting Patricia this high was silly because Patricia from online is actually here as well. So I want to dock Patricia a few points. This is actually meant to be Patricia from GTA 5. And Patricia from GTA 5, yeah, she's still in C, but I got to move her down a little bit. Same level as Martin. Put Dom before. Even put Lamar before. Yeah, okay. I really feel like I'm doing Michael dirty here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Taos Translator doesn't even have a name. Very generic looking dude. He wears a nice suit, but that's all you can really say about him. Cute? Get out of here. He's in C, I'd say. He's not ugly. I respect the person who takes care of themselves. You got like a nice haircut, clean shaven. I mean, you don't always have to be clean shaven, but he's well maintained, is what I'm saying. So put him up like here somewhere. So we're basically judging Macklemore here, chat. But obviously it's my character from GTA Online in the style of Macklemore from that thrift shop video. I think I look really good. It's not just because I'm talking about my online character. Like, obviously I made him to look good. He's got style. He clearly takes care of himself. Yeah, everything about it. Like, clearly S. I'm gonna put myself really high here. Like, it's not me, obviously. It's my character, but the character clearly looks good. I didn't put that much effort into making the character, but it's a good look. He takes care of himself with all the snacks, but he runs around a lot as well. He looks better than Franklin. He totally does. Better than Molly? Even then. Although, to be real, if I saw someone walking around without a shirt on with this huge overcoat thing, I would think they were a bit of a douche. Wouldn't you? Yeah, maybe I want to dock some points. It's a good style though. It's just right place, right time sort of thing. Yeah, we'll push him back a little bit. I still think it's S tier though. What do you mean, and that haircut? It's a good haircut. Deborah is not good looking. She is just so stern. Not just in terms of her personality, but her appearance as well. Calling her ugly though is a bit harsh, I think. Maybe B? High D? Nah, she's better than high. Look at everyone else in D. This isn't a good picture of Deborah, but I think she squeaks into B. She just doesn't look like a person who wants to have fun. She just looks so stern. But she's not unattractive. We'll put her in B. Put her above Dave. Yeah. El Rubio? He's just sort of a regular looking dude of somewhat advanced years. He's a hard one to judge. I think he deserves to at least be in C. If we're putting him into B, it's because of like additional points because he's of advanced years, you know? We'll put him at like the bottom of B. You can imagine, you know, knock 10 years off him, maybe a good looking dude. Dad material? Yeah. This is Martin Madrazzo's relative, right? Who was betraying him? Javier Madrazo, yeah. Oh yeah, you see him in marriage counseling as well. Yeah, I don't think he's particularly good looking. I wouldn't say he's bad looking. Low D? Nah, that's not being charitable. Mid C? I mean, comparing him to other people in C, yeah, somewhere about here. Ortega? Would anyone really give points to Ortega? I would have put him in D. Brad versus Ortega? I just don't like that, just a mustache and really thick like that. He looks very weathered. Yeah, he's better looking than the rest of this crowd here. Nah, I could even put him there. This is hard to judge. He's somewhere in here. I don't think he moves into C. This is the chick from the new Franklin DLC, and she's good looking, obviously. Dr. Dre's friend, she is just named Party Girl in the models. She's clearly made to be an attractive character, window dressing to a degree in the game. Definitely S. Absolutely. I just like the top, the hairstyle. She looks fit, clearly taking care of herself. Is she better looking than Tracy? This is all going to come down to like minute personal preference here, but I think actually she looks better than Tracy. Honestly. The chick from the jewel store, there's something about the red hair that I like. Yeah, this is fine. So Patricia from online may just barely get into B, given her points because she's still rocking it despite being like almost 60 or whatever. How many points are we giving her for that? Nah, I'm just going to keep it there, I think, in B. Top of C. Now, I think she can just barely squeeze into B with the points given for a handicap because of age. She's 64 and online, even more so then. But obviously, she's been redesigned and she's clearly outperforming her age. Beverly, not running from screaming sort of thing, but he is not a good looking dude. He looks slimy. He looks like he has never taken a bath his entire goddamn life. I would have put him in D. Like, somewhere in here. I think Ortega looks better than slimy motherfucker here. He looks average, but also dirty. Juliet? I'm not putting her in S. She's clearly getting points because of her appearance, because he's a stripper or whatever. Her face is not good. Low A? Yeah, I think she still gets into A. Maybe high B. I don't even know what it is about her face, but it's just off-putting. She has a good body and clearly takes care of herself. Yeah, but I mean, considering she has a good body and takes care of herself, she should go into A, I think. Not many people in GTA 5 do that. The bangs? Is that what you call it? Like, is it actually the case that one side of her hair is longer than the other? That's what it kind of looks like in all these pictures. But it might just be the way she holds her hair. Like what she's doing here. Is this her side of her hair actually longer than this one? Okay, that's just weird. Why do people do that? Her haircut frames her face weirdly? Yeah, that might be it. Oh, because the hair going down the front of the forehead as well. It's just a weird hairstyle. Nah. I'm clearly overthinking this, but she's attractive, but not ridiculously so, right? Oh, this is the tennis pro? Amanda could do better, honestly. We're not judging the personality, but he's not an ugly dude. But he's not a good-looking dude either. C? I mean, look at everyone else in C. You telling me he doesn't belong at, like, somewhere in B? He's fit, yeah, he takes care of himself. He does tennis, you know? Once you've got that athleticism or whatever, you're getting some more points here. Yeah, I'm putting him in B. I put him near Pavel. Yeah. The dude from the bank, he's not bad looking. He's pulling off the gray hair. Not everyone can. His jaw is kind of like almost too sharp. C tier, normal dude, yeah. I want to put him like high C. Nah, just a regular working dude. Nice guy, laughed. Like the picture of him in my head is always him going, his laugh. And so it makes me more receptive to looking at him in a positive way. Floyd is not a good looking dude. Deborah can do better. Honestly, I want to put him in D. F, no. F is like scary. D is like not good looking, maybe even potentially a little bit ugly. He's just a Weasley looking dude. I could maybe squeeze him into C if I really want to. Yeah, maybe just squeeze him into C. Because some of the people here are, you know, you see Floyd, you're not like cringing or something. He's just like a dude. Franklin, yeah, Franklin going into S. If anything, he looks better as he matured. Like he's kept the same build. And then he's got like a bunch of money on top of it. And the style and the facial hair. He's taking care of himself. He's dressing well. He's still keeping his physique despite being more advanced in his years. I would say older Franklin looks better than younger Franklin. Amani? You don't see much of Amani. I think she looks good. Is it A though? Honestly, the more that I'm looking at her, the more that I kind of like her. It's like an unorthodox style. She's got the 2 different, maybe even 3 different hair colors, but still looks good. The green eyeshadow. Obviously, she's a person. She wouldn't always look like that, but I think it works well. I kind of want to put it in A, but where in A? Like, yeah, I mean, she looks like an interesting regular person, which makes her ahead of Cheetah to me. Maybe S? I don't know about S. I mean, comparing her to Dr. Dre's girlfriend, like, honestly, that could just be a difference of style, though. It almost looks like they're not the same model, but is she better looking than Tracy? Tracy is so controversial for S. Yeah, we'll keep her in A, I think. I don't think she moves into S. Younger Michael? Younger Michael definitely looks better than older Michael. I don't know what it is. I think he's just like less beaten down by time. So his face is less wrinkled. He's got the kind of stubble or whatever. Looks good on him. He's slimmer. He's definitely B. I'm kind of want to put him in like pretty high B. He's somewhere up there. I still feel like I probably did Michael pretty dirty. Where did I put Michael again? In C? I mean, yeah, he's mid C. And yeah, A? Nah, I don't think he moves into A. I mean, if Jesus is getting into A though, maybe Michael. If I really wanted to, I could probably move these 5 into A if I wanted to be more charitable. This is fine, I think. The movie star dude, this guy does not look good. I can understand why he's a B-list actor or whatever. He's not unattractive. He's in B, I think. C? Nah, he's better than C. Honestly, I think his hair, probably not great. Showing so much forehead, and if he's going in C, it's a pretty decent C. He doesn't even really look like a movie star to me, you know? You'll put him in C. I can maybe stretch for a low B, but nah, maybe just high C. This is just one of the bikers, right? Terry. He's in GT4 as well, right? Yeah, he does not look good. Stern as fuck, scarred, doesn't take care of himself. I also don't like bikers. Well, I mean, he's probably still better looking than these dudes. We're putting like high D, I think. Yeah, he's the muscle. He's not meant to look good. He's just meant to punch things until they stop moving. Tom's a good looking dude. He takes care of himself. I'm not saying he's A, but he should be B, right? Nah, you know what? Maybe he does actually belong in A. He has that sort of quiet dignified look about him. Takes care of himself. Good facial structure. Nice looking eyes too. Yeah, actually put him in A. Like, are you going to be unhappy to look like Tom? He looks like a British gentleman kind of thing, you know? Isn't he 40? I think so. I mean, around that age, and he looks good for that age. Tony? I'm not very familiar with Tony from GTA Online. I'm only really familiar with him from GTA 4. And yeah, he's decent looking. I see some people saying S. No. He has style. Like, he's just a good looking dude. I'll put him in B somewhere. Yeah, something like up here somewhere. He's definitely not A, but he's doing well. He has style. He is culture. He has sophistication. Yes. Young Trevor? Young Trevor does not look good. Does he look better than old Trevor? Yes. Maybe a little bit. No, because his facial hair and hair in general still looks fucked. His eyes are so sunken. He looks so stern. No. Maybe I can be charitable and put him in D. A small improvement, but no. Both Trevors S? No, you're crazy. Vincent. I don't think Vincent looks good. I'm sorry. I do not like his hairstyle. I do not like how pudgy his face looks. He looks like he's been permanently stung by bees. He clearly takes care of himself, but why that hairstyle? Everything else cut, but except the top with like a little ponytail on top. I don't get it. No. He's a nice dude, but we're not judging based on personality. Maybe put him in D. Feels kind of uncharitable. I just hate that hairstyle. Put him just top D. Are we judging him on his drip? I mean, he does dress well. Yeah. We'll put him in like low C then. Just because, you know, he actually cares about what he's wearing. The GTA 4 guy, Agent ULP. He just looks like a generic dude who hit 60 last week. There's nothing wrong with him per se. I don't think he's doing the graying hair look very well. He perfectly personifies that guy who's sat at a desk for like the last 40 years. But clearly he has had some field work, but I'll put him in C somewhere. He's nothing special. Around here, I suppose. Yeah, a little bit higher. Yeah. It is so hard to judge Impotent Rage because he's wearing that outfit, but he is probably a decent looking dude underneath it, but you can't even see what his actual physique is. All you can see is part of his face and his weird hairstyle. Judging him based on exactly as he looks now, as Impotent Rage, put him in like F. That is, like, if he looked at you for too long, you'd be like, what is this creep doing? His hairstyle is clearly meant to be something absurd. I guess that's all we can judge on. We can't judge on the person underneath, so I'm putting him in like D. He looks absurd. I don't know who this is, but he looks cool. Johnny Guns. I know him from online. Yeah, he looks surprisingly good. What is that hairstyle called? This isn't dreads, right? Oh, cornrows. Yeah, he looks good. The dark beard going to the gray looks kind of dignified in a way. Yeah, put him in B. Yeah, up here somewhere. Looks like he takes care of himself, yeah. Got some muscle on him. Josh. This Josh dude looks so weaselly and pathetic and just so generic and like squished. I mean, he looks like a guy who should have been stretched like 2 inches taller. See? Yeah, I don't think he's ugly, but he's not a good looking dude. Put him in the kind of like just the generic kind of territory. Lamar from online? Lamar from online does better than Lamar from single player, but not that much better. Old Lamar looks like he's got some money now. He's got a bit more style. Online Lamar is definitely worse. Nah, I don't think so. B? Maybe low B? No, he's better than Deborah. Yeah. Not better than Pavel. I mean, it feels like he's matured a bit, but like he hasn't really, you know? Wait, there's another Laszlo? He looks just as bad as he normally does. I've never seen him online. Can you give him the same rating I gave him last time? In the creepy territory. Single player Laszlo looks better. Oh, this is just the dude from Meltdown, right? Who's like stocks, bonds, credit swaps. Yeah, he's just like a generic dude. Just put him in C somewhere. Nothing special. This is the dude who runs ammunition. Not a good looking dude. His name's Melbourne? He might, yeah. He's an ugly dude. Yeah, he's in here somewhere, like, on the same sort of level as Chef. Nose a bit too big for his face. Kind of pudgy looking, shit facial hair. Chat, I'm sorry. I don't like ponytails. I just don't. She's not unattractive, clearly. But I don't like the way she dresses. She's a low C. I think that's being a little bit uncharitable. I don't want to put her in B, though. She's not bad looking. It's just her style. It's just not something I really rock, that I really drive with. B? I mean, if I put that chick from Epsilon in there, yeah, she's probably about the same level as her, right? Yeah, she is good looking, but it's like, the style is just something that I don't like. The chick who killed her husband? Yeah, she's not bad looking. What is she, like 40? Why is it always chick? I say dude and chick, as I'm Australian. When I compare her to everyone else in C, it feels like she should be in B, but that's the only reason I'd put her in there. She looks good for age. Almost looks like she could be a cougar or something. Yeah, it's fine. Fuck, I hate Dave with that haircut. I really do. Old Chop? Yeah, I'm still gonna put him in S. I'm sorry. Controversial opinion. I think young Chop is cuter, but old Chop is still very cute. You're just like, oh. Just wanna hug him, man. So cute. Oh, this is just another one of the bikers. He actually probably looks better than the other biker. What's this dude's name? Clay Simmons? Yeah, I don't think he's D. I don't think he's ugly. He's just not attractive. And maybe a little bit older. Put him in C. Whoever this guy is, he's a fireman, and that's additional points right there. He's not always a fireman, though, that's true. So he's pretending to be a fireman. Daryl Johns, that's it. I mean, yeah, he's a decent looking sort. C. Just another generic sort of looking dude. Kind of middle of the road. Somewhere. Mr. Richards, he's just old, dude. I'm sure when he was in his prime, amazing looking guy, but I mean, he looks fine considering that he has white hair. As I say, not everyone looks good with white hair. If you're giving him points for his age, it puts him up a bit. Put him in C somewhere, like somewhere up here. Kind of the same sort of thing with Madrazo, sort of thing. No, he's lower than Madrazo. We're down here somewhere. Chastity? Oh yeah, she's definitely an S. And I'm not saying that just because of how she's dressed. So is this meant to be like the goth sort of stripper or something? Her hair? I mean, that one weird little lick of hair that goes down here is kind of strange. And traditionally speaking, I don't like the one bang over the front, but I mean, I think it looks good on her, except that one little lick of hair there. Okay, I'll show you the picture I'm looking at. I mean, that's a good looking woman. There's no way you can be like, oh nah, what? Where else do you want me to put her? She's definitely an S, chat. A? Yeah, I mean, you could make the argument. Maybe I'm just a sucker for that kind of goth-esque vibe. Tao Cheng from online? I mean, Tao Cheng from online is not that much different from Tao Cheng from single player. Where did I put Tao? Here. Honestly, he does actually look a little bit better. At least comparing these two pictures, but he's basically the same. This is just the generic dude from the jewel store heist. Yeah, just generic guy somewhere in C. He forgets 1,000 things every day, then maybe I should put him down even further. Hey, you gotta move these bikes. Is this Mr. Cheng? I wouldn't say Wei Cheng is unattractive. Yeah, I mean, he looks good for his age, I'd say. He's somewhere in the middle. He reminds me of Michael, except like Asian. Clearly from online. What's her name? Wendy. I don't like the look, chat. Free spirit, rainbow everywhere stuff. It's not my vibe. She rocks that look. I'm not saying she looks bad, but it's not the kind of style that I like. I'm not putting her in A, chat. I think I'm putting a high B. She's good looking. Obviously. Yeah, somewhere mid-tier. I mean, I think Tanisha even looks better than her, honestly. She looks good, but not great. Oh no, she's the one who cuts hair, right? Looking at her, she's nothing special. I wouldn't go as far to say if she's ugly or something, but I think she's just in C somewhere. Yeah. The woman helping Aunt Denise reinvigorate her femininity. Don't like the random strip of color in her hair. Don't like the way she dresses. Honestly, she looks somewhat withered in a way, and stern. She almost looks like she should be a witch or something, casting spells. Maybe that's what they were going for? I wouldn't call her ugly or something, but like C. Somewhere like low. Georgina's bodyguard? I mean, he doesn't look bad. It's just hard to judge because I can't see any pictures of him. I just put him in like B. He looks fine. Tao Cheng-esque. Jimmy, or Jizzle, rather. From online, he looks better than he does in single player. Clearly. But he is still bad. But we'll put him in D. He's one tier higher. He does the same thing that Lester does. way worse. No, you can't get much worse than single player. Mr. K? Mr. K is not a good looking dude. I'm sorry. D, but like a high D. You feel bad for Mr. K? Me too. But like he just looks so sad and sluggish, and Mr. K is buff. He does not look buff. He looks like he hasn't hit the gym in his entire life. Mrs. Thornhill, not good looking at all. I'm not even sure in her prime she would have looked very good. Put her with his wife. Wait. We'll put her with her... We will put her with her wife. Wait. Dang it. We will put her with her husband. There you go. Took me multiple tries to say the right thing, chat. God damn it. Al Di Napoli. He looks like the biggest douche ever. I mean, he clearly works out. He's got a nice head of hair. His face is like, just kind of squished. At least going by this picture. But like, he just looks like such a douche. He's clearly not unattractive. Top B, yeah. He's young, works out, got a good head of hair. He's clearly going to be attractive to people. Then maybe I should put him in A and just, because I'm meant to be going off just physical appearance, not personality. What is this meant to be? Martin Madrazzo's mistress? Yeah, she's pretty good looking, right? Especially if you like being spit on. Like, it might just be the leather, honestly. I mean, come on, that's attractive. She clearly takes care of herself. She's fit. Somewhere up here, middle of A. I like her style. Pelosi? Gross. Rocco Low D. Yeah, his head is just so rectangular. He's so pudgy. I'm not putting him in F. He's not like repulsive or something, but yeah, he's short and no. Yeah, about up here in the middle. Throtton Duggan. It's the Texan's nephew. Yeah, he's not good looking at all. It's funny that, like, I put the other Texan in C, but I'm tempted to put this dude in D. Because you're giving the other Duggan more points because, you know, his age, he's at advanced years, but it just does not look good. He's just pudgy, generic looking dude. This is the bodyguard of Rocco? He looks alright. He clearly takes care of himself. He goes to the gym. He's a muscular dude. Maybe a little bit too muscular, looking all veiny and shit like that. Yeah, I mean, he's C somewhere, but I don't know where in C. Like, I don't know, like, about up here, in terms of C. Taking care of yourself, working out, looks good, but like, going really overboard on it is not a great look, you know? Yeah, I think Nikki looks good. Do I think she looks like an S, though? Top A? Yeah, kinda. In a way, she looks like a younger version of Denise's friend here. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I don't think she makes into S tier. Last but not least, the zombie. I mean, the zombie has to go into F tier. And just to insult everyone else in this tier, zombie is high F tier. I would rather see a zombie than any of these people in real life in terms of their physical appearance. I'm not giving zombie an S, chat. Did we do Paige? Yeah, Paige should be on this list. It really depends on the picture. She sometimes looks good and sometimes does not look good at all. She's got that goth vibe going, which, you know, I kind of fancy in a way. I might put her like A, somewhere on the end here. She looks better in online. And Michelle, I'd probably put Michelle in A too. Michelle looks a lot better in online than GT4. No, I might put her like high B. I don't think Michelle deserves to be an A. Comparing to like other people in A, I think she'd probably high B. Oh, true, we did miss Ursula. Ursula I would not rank high. She just looks kind of like a normal sort of person, even though she's actually pretty crazy in the game. I'd put it in B as well. Nothing particularly special. So I guess that will do. So this is the definitive, absolutely correct, 100% tier list for the characters in GT 5 and GT Online in terms of their attractiveness. Cannot be disputed. Absolutely correct. If you think a character should be in a different spot, you are just factually wrong. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for making this list for me, Karim and Joshua. If you want to try it yourself, I will link it down below. And I hope you're all doing good. Boop. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment if you have something on your mind. My feed gives them to me from all over my channel. It doesn't matter how old the video is. I wish you all the best.